Welcome to my videos, and in today's video we will talk about 11 disturbing monsters that would make our Gieger proud. 7 years ago science fiction fans mourned the master of sculptor, painter and set designer H.R. Gieger, but you can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that his legacy will live on in the minds and hearts of many generations to come. Gieger is best known for his design of the alien Xenomorphs from the horror science fiction thriller Alien. Stayed by Remembered in 1979. For this, she won the Oscar for visual effects in 1980. And her sequels Xenomorphs were terribly creepy creatures, and Gieger based them on his painting Necronomicon 4. He was inspired by artists such as Ernest Fuchs and Salvador Dali, as well as the literal works of H.P. Lovecraft, but still remained the specialty of original Gieger, that he knew exactly what would scare us as an audience. He said in an interview that he did not want his alien to have eyes, because that made it more frightening, people would not know where it was looking and that would add to the horror. This kind of vision was groundbreaking and space-destroying. And while we were named after this man 109,712 Gieger, but his legacy doesn't just apply to Xenomorphs. He designed a Batmobile for Batman Forever and worked on films like Poltergeist 2. In addition, his art became a part of pop culture. His painting and his works of art attracted many rock bands, especially Dead Kennedys, who used his painting Penis Landscape as a poster insert for their 1985 film Frankenchrist, and their record label almost went bankrupt defending the decision in court. Now Gieger continues to influence interior design, fashion and tattoos. In this video we will talk about the monsters that come from the various media and qualify to be in Gieger's museum, or at least in his heart. Before we get into it, make sure you click on the notification button so that you will be informed about our daily uploads. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to us. Give us a like and leave a comment about the Jangly Man Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. 2019. The movie is a horror movie and based on the children's book series of the same name by Alvin Schwartz. Stella and her friends end up in a haunted house and find a book that the ghosts and monsters from the book will come to life and take the children away one by one. The Jangling Man is coming. He will save me, the last of which is the Jangly Man, to whom he reveals himself in a deadly way. When his body parts fall out of a chimney, first comes the head, which tells me Ty Doe Walker, followed by his limbs and finally his torso. All body parts assemble into a full-blown paranormal predator with his superhuman strength. He immediately kills a policeman by grabbing him by the neck. The Jangly Man has visible signs of putrefaction due to death, and his pale, waxy and leathery body is super agile. He is superhumanly fast as he chases after one of the frenzied cars of the protagonist. He drives on all four limbs, but can also stand upright. According to the co-author and co-producer of the film Guillermo del Toro, Jangly Man was a fusion of different stories by Alvin Schwartz, but his final look and feel was inspired by Schwartz's lithe dancing corpse in the story. Aaron Kelly's Bone actor Tori James, who participated in season 13 of America's Got Talent, played the Jangly Man. His flexibility and size add a greater fear factor to the character. When the creepy body of the Jangly Man hears creaking and cracking, the audience remains fucking mesmerizing. Zygote, the meat monster. Oats studio short horror film. Neil Blomkamp, the director of District 9, founded in 2019, the Hafer Studio. The studio produces short experimental horror films that test the waters and seek feedback from the audience to see if the short films have the potential to be turned into full-length features. One such film was Zygote, which came out in July 2017. The story takes place in the year 2050, when a giant meteor hits the northern parts of Russia and Canada, bringing with it several valuable superconductors and other metals. One of these elements can sense and perceive things. Parasitic creature that sends gigabytes of information through strips of light and takes control of organisms. It then influences the organism to kill others and assimilate their bodies into a single being. Now in this film a ghost was influenced by the light, and that is why the workers fell under the influence of the alien parasite. The first victim can kill and merge with 96 of the 98 employees, leaving only John Quinn and Barkley. These two plan to reach the fortifications of the facility to save and receive food and water, until they are rescued, but the Zygote meat monster is behind it and has several mergers with the 96 employees who gave him fingerprint access to all the doors. He also absorbed the knowledge that each victim possessed, which became more numerous and powerful as a result of each of his murders. The Zygote has 96 pairs of hands and legs extending from its body, with one head covered with the eyes of its victims. The alien being is equal parts intelligent and destructive, but what makes it even more frightening is the fact that it knows how its opponents work and think, because it received this information from its other human victims. Monsters of A Quiet Place 2018. A Quiet Place is a film by director John Krasinski, who is also an actor in action films such as 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. This film takes place 400 days after an alien invasion. The alien creatures that attacked our planet are blind, but they have hypersensitive auditory senses and kill everything that makes sounds. They killed most of the human population and only a few survived in abandoned places. Now in the film, Kransky, who plays Lee Abbott, he is struggling to provide security to his family. These creatures have turned into experienced predators over a long period of time. Their bodies are covered with an indestructible exoskeleton that immunizes them, but their internal physiology is fleshy and weak. They are vaguely humanoid, but they have arms almost twice the size of their legs. Their heads have no eyes, but they are equipped with a jaw that has razor-sharp teeth, with which they kill people and other organisms. Strangely enough, although they do not eat their victims. Now the whole film feels like an extended version of the Jurassic Park scene with velociraptors of the kitchen, and director Kransky said that this was one of his sources of inspiration. These creatures have numerous similarities with the aliens in Ridley Scott's film, such as missing eyes and the ability to live only on their predatory intelligence like the Xenomorphs. These creatures also come from outer space and came to Earth on meteors after their own planet was destroyed by autonomous mobile sword criers in 1995. Anonymous mobile swords or screamers are the title animal in the 1995 film by Christian Duguay, based on a short story called Second Variety by Philip K. Dick. The story takes place in the year 2078 on the planet Sirius 6b, where scientists created the futuristic mechanical weapon of the title, a kind of cyborg robot, whose nickname comes from the high noise made before the destruction of its enemies. They were invented by scientists for the unique purpose of killing, but their presence later became a deadly threat to everyone on the planet, including scientists. These robots replicate the cyborgs, which look like a cross between armadillos and dinosaurs, with blades and saws that can tear and slice them. Attackers. They also received artificial intelligence to improve their hunting skills and killer instincts, but to everyone's surprise, they only prompted this, turning on their creators. Their replication caused the ranks to swell to a depressurized level. Soon the AMs learned to imitate human behavior and began to take over the planet for themselves, so advanced that they were nevertheless indistinguishable from humans. The initial AMs were reptilian mechanical creatures with protruding spine and vertebrae with elongated skulls. We more Gieger smell the alien creatures. Monsters 2010. If, in another dimension, the super strong, slender and muscular monster can absorb incoming bullets and has regenerative abilities to tell you about the background story and evolution of this creature, it would give away too many spoilers and wonderful videos. However, does not do this. A monster that we do not want to destroy. And if you liked our content, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to us. If you do not have a good one yet, and be safe. Thanks to all.